Hey everybody, Matty Ice here, and in today's video I want to talk about a couple different things related to the state of the game for Destiny, some of the aspects that related to my Crota's Day 1 attempt, and just some other things for upcoming videos that I've got planned. But before we get too far into it, I would greatly appreciate it if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel. I still am on track to reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and it's free for you to do and it would really help me out. So let's get into the Day 1 Crota's End stats. So in the latest TWID, whatever you want to call it, Bungie released all the stats related to the Crota's End raid, and as you can see here by the graphic that they provide, a good number of people went into this raid to attempt it on contest and challenge mode, and pretty much every encounter knocked off about half of those people. My group got stuck on Crota, and I want to talk about why we got stuck and one of the things that Bungie really needs to do in order to fix their game for Final Shape. So as you'll see here in the background gameplay, I've just got multiple attempts of us doing Crota, and you'll just be able to see the swords and basically the bare mechanic of doing Crota is just buggy as crap. So one of the issues that we had was breaking his shield. So to break his shield, you have to do enough damage to him with the Hive sword that you pick up off the ground, and we've tried multiple different ways to attack him. Doing heavy, super heavy, heavy, light, light, heavy, super. Whatever we tried was just always inconsistent. You can see in that most recent attempt here, we'd already done 1 or 2 damage phases, and it just didn't work that time. The reason why it didn't work is something we eventually trial and error figured out, that if you hit him with swords at the same time as your teammate, it either just doesn't register damage from one of your swords, or just does greatly reduced damage. You can see here on my screen, I hit him with my sword several times, and he's got just a bee's dick of health here. This actually prevented us from completing the encounter on multiple attempts. Several times we got within final stand distance of damage, and because of this issue, we were forced to wipe and reset. You'll see from some of these in damage screens, when we don't even get to the first damage phase, that the damage was incredibly inconsistent and varied across everyone despite us doing similar sword techniques. So for example, in this one here, we're failing to get to our first damage phase. 3 of us hit him with swords, just like you would need to do on challenge mode. And when we get to the damage screen, you're going to see that my damage was just drastically under everyone else's, despite what was shown on screen and what should have been actually accumulating on his health bar. This is the kind of stuff that, in my opinion, is just unacceptable. I don't want to get to the witness in Final Shape and all of a sudden not be able to kill him just because of some mechanical failure in the code like this. If you're going to make something a core part of the raid and make it a mechanic and a feature that needs to be done, especially if it's a challenge, it needs to be consistent. Destiny and Bungie in general have really been slacking off, in my opinion, as far as keeping the bugs under control for Destiny. It really kind of accentuates the fact that it isn't being given top priority, in my opinion. The most recent issue with the crafted weapon bugs is just another example in a long line of issues, and I get it. Destiny is a huge game with complex code, a lot of intricacies, and there's going to be issues, there's going to be bugs. But something like this, where it's a day 1 raid, should have been tested. You test this one time, and you're immediately going to see, oh, we tried to do the challenge of hitting him with 3 swords at the same time, and his shield didn't break. Like, that's just a simple test to do, and it just astounds me that it could not even be figured out before this was released. I would not mind pushing the raid back 1 week just so they could fix this stuff. But enough about the rant here on the issues and state of the game. I want to give my overall thoughts on the raid and then go into the upcoming videos I've got planned. My overall thoughts, I think the raid was tuned a little hard, but was overall fine. The exception of these bugs and issues, the gatekeepers in second encounter for the bridge hit a little hard. It made it very difficult to have one person over there doing it. Our strategy probably could have been better, but overall that was fine. We got through it. Crota, again, he hits pretty freaking hard. He will 2-shot you with the sword in contest, but overall it was fine. Again, if we didn't have this damage issue, we would have absolutely beaten him. So again, if they can get some of these bugs under control, I would have had a much more enjoyable experience for day 1, and it would have been a lot more enjoyable for other people, I assume, as well. I do think some of the changes with the Necrochasm and Essence farming definitely needed to be addressed, which they have done. I think that's a good positive step. And I think they're making the appropriate changes, but they still have not addressed this issue. Alright, so now I want to go into some of my upcoming videos that I've got planned. This is going to be some of the important stuff for you guys. Grandmaster guides, I have them pretty much every time new Grandmasters roll around. I'm going to be doing them again this year for anyone that I haven't done before. If there's repeating ones that I have guides for already, I will not be making a new one. But if you have a specific request, please let me know in the comments below. I can either direct you to the guide, or I can potentially make a new one if it's enough demand for it. Other videos here, I do plan on doing at least one final shape giveaway. So I've done giveaways before in the past. They've gone pretty well. There's been a handful of hiccups here and there. But overall, I'm going to be giving away at least one through a YouTube video. And I might be doing one on stream for PCs only, since I'll be able to get a PC code and I can just give that to you guys a little easier since I'm on Steam. So make sure you keep an eye out for those. Other videos I've got planned, I'm trying to do some build videos here, but because Weavewalk's still disabled and there's so many other things out there and just other things I've got going on personally, I just haven't really had the time to get to them. But keep that in mind, and if you have anything specific you're looking for, like a solar build or a strand build, something like that, just let me know in the comments below. Just give me the subclass and class that you want it for, and I'll get on it. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Again, I would greatly appreciate it if you could like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you in the next one.